Good morning, guys. Welcome back. It's Sunday, the 29th of January, so we're coming towards the end of the month. It's a bit chilly down here, hence why I've got my bubble hat on. So, there's a few things to be getting on with down here this morning on Nick's Veggie Patch. I've got my two different varieties of soft neck garlic to be planting out. I've got my two varieties of onions also to be planted out. There's a plot tour also to do to show you what has been achieved so far, and a few other jobs that I've got to go around and have a look at and see what need doing in the next few weeks ready for this new growing season. So I'm going to get started and I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Right, guys, I'm in the shed down here on Nick's Veggie Patch. The reason I'm in the shed is because the heavens have decided to open up and it's raining at the moment. So I can't get out there at the moment and plant my garlic or my onions because obviously I don't fancy getting really, really wet. So I'm going to wait to see if it subsides. So I've decided to sit in here for a minute, have a flask of coffee, and see what else I can do. I've been around and done my job as the new warden on our site, so it's all looking good. Really pleased. Happy with the role that I've taken on. So not only do I have my own allotment, I'm doing the job of the warden, but I've seen it on quite a few channels where people have taken up the role of warden or they assist the warden. I know if you watch Michael's plot on YouTube, he's always going on about the warden, giving him advice, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's a challenging role, but one that I'm enjoying at the moment. So, it's just decided to be one of those days where it's raining. I've got the camera in here, obviously, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to enjoy a coffee. And then hopefully, if the rain stops, I'll get out there and I'll plant my garlic and my onions. If it doesn't, then what I will do, I will go round in the rain and do a plot tour and show you what the plot looks like. Obviously, there's loads of things that I want to be getting on with down here, but I don't fancy doing it in the rain at the moment. So I'm going to have my coffee and then wait to see if the rain holds off. And hopefully I can do a few more bits. So I'll go and have my coffee and then see what can be done. And I'll come back to you, wonderful guys, in a little while. Go and enjoy my coffee. Okay, the rain has stopped, but the ground on my plot is really, really wet. So I'm going to leave planting out the garlic and the onions for today. I'm going to give you a plot tour and show you what I've done up till now. And then I'm going to make my way home because I've done really everything else that I can do. As I say, it's just a bit too wet, but I'll show you what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks and what else there still is to do. So I will come back to you guys in a short few seconds. Okay, so last couple of months that I've been coming up, I've been trying to get my plot organised. So there are areas that I decided, well, I'm going to start at one end and work my way back or to the side like I did when I got my plot back in 2019. So obviously last year, one of the things I picked up last year was this wonderful shed. I was given it for nothing by a work colleague of me who needed to clear a shed from one of his family members' gardens. He asked me if I wanted it, and I took the opportunity to take it. I took it down with the help of a friend of mine, Mr. Dave Dixon. We took it down, went round to his family member's bungalow, took it down, brought it back to the plot, and then we got 90% of it up, and then I called the wife. She came down and she gave us a hand putting the roof on. So yes, I've got a shed now. This is where the greenhouse used to be, but I've made the shed inside my own little space. So I brought a bookshelf from home that we weren't using anymore. That's going to be used for storage. I've got other bits and pieces that were out on the plot because I didn't have anywhere to put them, because obviously last year I lost my greenhouse and my polytunnel. So yeah, the shed's up. That's really pleased with that. And then on the outside around by the shed, just to give it a bit of sturdiness, I put some growing pots that were by the greenhouse originally. One of them I got rid of because it was completely broken and damaged, but the one right at the back by the shed here, as you can see, that has still survived. And the other little planter that I made up next to it, I just need to weed them when I get round to it. I've also put 2 plant pots there. They'll have stuff in them at some point growing. And then I've got my plant pot with my fig tree in it. So there's really low compost in there at the moment, but I'm hoping to at some point take that back home, plant it in my garden at home, because they can get really, really big fig trees. And there are a few plots up here on my allotment that have got fig trees, and when they're in full bloom they look absolutely amazing. They're quite big, they have figs on, so yeah, people really, really like them. Obviously got to be cutting the grass around here at some point, but it's just too wet to be cutting grass at the moment. But raised beds around here, as I said, I started at one end and I'm working my way back. So what I've done is I've started this side. So the only one I've got to go through here at the end here is obviously weed my strawberry bed, and then weed a few raised beds around here. Just having a look at my rhubarb bed, and it seems that a cat of some sort has had a bird around here, more than likely a pigeon. I've only just noticed this, and has decided it wants to leave the contents in my plot. So yeah, I'm going to have to clear that up, get rid of that. The wooden trough there, storage compartment, that will probably be staying there for now. It's empty, completely empty. I really need to give it a scrub out inside, completely clear it. That may hold a few bits and pieces again. But as I've said, around here, guys, just a few raised beds that need clearing. These had things like marrows courgettes and squash in last year, but I didn't get a chance to really look after them because I was so busy, and what with the heat. I did get a couple of things, but yeah, these need weeding again. A couple of raised beds here that need doing. The raised bed just there, that had my Cavallonero kale in it, so that'll need clearing. This raised bed here I had cleared, and as you can see I put the black mesh down to stop the weeds from coming back up, but it kind of blew off, so that's got to go back on for now. And then it's just a few raised beds here that fully need clearing, and I also need to sort out my pathways as well because they've got grass in them, and I think that will be a case of basically pulling up as much of that grass as I can and getting a couple of bags of bark and putting down there. But it isn't too major down here, so I am quite happy with how it's going so far. But yeah, as I said, there's still a little bit of work to get on with, and I've cleared most of the raised beds over that side of the plot, so I've got about 11 raised beds left to clear. They aren't major, they won't take me too long. Obviously it's a bit wet at the moment. I've also got this little one here to clear, but I'm thinking of moving that possibly. And then obviously got the water butt here that was frosted over, so that'll also give me space for more water. My fruit cage to sort out and do something with. That is definitely going to need to be taken, all the grass out. Also do something with the raised bed here that's got my lavender in it, sort that out. So yeah, a few things to be getting done down here, but hopefully it's nothing major. I've also got to re-put up this pole because this had one of the no parking signs attached to it. Put that back on and then reattach it, and that's just basically to show people that they're not allowed to park in certain areas of the allotment here. My compost bin is still coming on real nice. Still got my signs hanging off of it to tell people whose plot this is. So yeah, generally guys, it's not looking too bad down here on the plots, and I'll continue on with doing some more work over the weekend. Right guys, that's it. I'm going home now. I couldn't plant out the garlic and the onions today because it was technically still raining, so I've decided hopefully I'll try again next weekend or in the week, plant my garlic and my onions out. But I'm going to go home now, have a nice cup of coffee, and have a relaxing end to the weekend. As always guys, stay safe. I hope you carry on enjoying what you do on your plots, and I'll see you very soon for another episode of Nick's Veggie Patch. I'll upload this and then hopefully see you next weekend. Bye for now. Good morning guys, welcome back. It is Sunday the 5th of February. I'm down here at the plots. It is a glorious day. There is a little bit of a chill in the air, but we've got wonderful blue sunny skies compared to last weekend. So today I am hoping to get out my garlic and my onion sets. I've got the raised beds all ready to go to take the garlic and the onion sets. So hopefully this morning I'm going to be planting them out, do a little bit of weeding, and then do a few other bits and pieces down here at the plots. But yeah, as I say, it's a bit of a chilly morning, but we're all ready to go. It's lovely weather. So without any further ado, let's get cracking on. Right guys, I've got my two varieties of garlic. So Garcua, I think it's called, I'm not 100% sure, but it's a soft neck variety. So I will probably put this one here in the raised bed just down here. And then I have my second variety, which is called French garlic. It's called Flavor. So that will be coming down into one of the other prepared raised beds that I've got ready to put down bits and pieces. So yeah, without carrying on too much, I'm going to start putting my garlic down, and then I'll come back to you guys in a minute. So guys, this has given me, out of 2 packs, 20 garlic cloves out of the 2 bulbs. So I've got my dibber. I'm just going to make a hole in the ground enough to put the garlic in. And some of these are quite big cloves, as you can see. So they're just going to go into the ground. You want the pointy bit facing up. And then all you do is just cover over with the soil. The main thing now is you just have to hope that no birds or creatures decide to come and dig it up. At the same time, make sure you're leaving a good space in between your garlic. Usual space is about 14 centimeters roughly, to leave a good space. So in with the garlic. I'm going to go right to the end here of this raised bed. Just cover them over, and then obviously make sure you're leaving enough space between them as well. And again, plonk them in the ground as normal and just cover them over. So what I'll do is I'll get the rest of these planted into this raised bed, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Right guys, that's the first lot of garlic planted in this raised bed, and I'm using the cardboard label that came with the garlic. It gives you a description of what it is, so I know what's in this raised bed. I've put the French garlic in here, the variety called Flavor. So I've got one raised bed with garlic in, raised bed next to it with the gourmet shallots in, that's got the label on it as well. And now I just have one more raised bed to prepare ready for the second lot of garlic, and I'll come back to you guys in a minute. So guys, I've chosen the second raised bed that my garlic's obviously going to go in. It's prepared. The raised bed I wanted to put in, obviously it's not big enough, so I've had to choose a second raised bed, but it's all got lovely compost and manure in it, so it's ready to go. I'm going to do the same as before. I'll show you the first few garlic cloves being put in. This is the second variety of garlic, so make sure you're giving them a good spacing between each one. And again, with this one. I'm going to try and do 5 in a row. Now some of them have already started to sprout, so I only purchased them last week, but that's not too bad. We can compensate from that, but they should still grow. So just going to plonk them into the ground. You may have to, if where they've already sprouted, just make the hole a little bit wider and may possibly go down a little bit deeper. You should be okay. And again, cover them over. Same as before. Make sure they're down far enough in your well prepared soil. Obviously the thing you have to watch with soft neck is it's not too keen on the hard frost, unlike the hard neck, but that's not a problem. So let's make the last few holes here. So I've got my 5 holes. I'll get these put into the soil and I will come back to you in a minute. Right guys, that's the garlic now planted up. So both lots of garlic. The variety called Flavor, which is a French garlic. The other one that I couldn't actually pronounce, but they're in 2 raised beds now, planted up, and all we do is fingers crossed and pray and hope we get some garlic this year. Right guys, have a slight problem. About 2 or 3 of the videos I've just done, they weren't very long, but 2 or 3 of the videos I've just done, I forgot to put my sound device in, so there would have been no sound on the videos, so I've had to delete them. So all I can do now is just show you what I've done. So on one of the videos I was showing you planting the Carmen onions out. I dug the holes in about 3 centimeters deep, 50 holes. I've planted the sets out. Now there weren't 50 sets in the bag, there were only 46, so there were 4 kind of missing in the bag, but I've got this one planted ready to go now. It's got the Carmen in it. That will hopefully give me a harvest from August to October time. So that raised bed is ready to go. This raised bed obviously has got the garlic in, one of the garlic sets. Obviously I've done a video today on the garlic, so you will see that. But the variety that have gone in there is that variety. I can't pronounce it, but that raised bed is ready to go. This raised bed there, obviously done a video to it. There is sound to it. This is a variety called Flavor. And then this raised bed here has got my 15 golden gourmet shallots in, so that raised bed is ready to go. I've planted 4 raised beds up. They're all ready to go, and hopefully I should get a wonderful harvest from them. Right guys, that's it for this week. We had a few complications earlier on where I didn't have my sound device connected to my phone, so a couple of the videos that I didn't have any sound with them, so I've had to delete them and kind of redo them again, but slightly shorten them. So on some of the videos you won't see me planting the stuff, because obviously I was planting them, then forgot the sound thingy was not turned on. But we all make little hiccups and mistakes. But I've got a video done now, ready to go up. I'm going to go home now because I've got a lot to do at home. So a friend of mine I work with called Adam Butterfield, who's also a YouTuber, but his YouTube channel is mainly to do with geeky stuff. So comics, Marvel, that sort of thing. He's celebrating his birthday this weekend. I believe his birthday was on Friday, but we're all going out for a birthday meal this evening. So I'm going to be going home, getting ready for that. He's had a really nice week off, spent it in Marrakesh with his wife, come back, and we're now going out this evening to celebrate his birthday. I've got him a nice little birthday present, something that I know he'll like. But I say I've done up here now on the plots. I'll take the camera around and give you a plot tour, but I've got what I wanted done up here today. So the raised beds I wanted planted out, I've got planted out. Next weekend it'll just be some more weeding. I've gone round and done my role as the warden. But yeah, there we go, guys. I will see you very soon. As always, stay safe. Keep being green fingered like myself. Enjoy what you do. Look forward to another wonderful, hopefully growing season. As I say, if you like the videos I'm uploading, hit the subscribe button in the corner of this video. Hit the bell to get more notifications. And also, if you like what I do, then check out some of the channels that I've got up on my YouTube channel, because some of them are really, really good and you'll really enjoy looking at them. So YouTube channels like Charles Dowding, Jesse at Plot 37, Hugh Richards, channels like that. But see you soon, guys, for another episode.